everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Rodgers-Packers going up against Cousins-Redskins. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden, and you know, now more than ever, it's a passing league. We know that, and as Larry hit onto the open, we've got a couple of great passers squaring off here this afternoon.
And usually the discussion centers in on how they're going to compete against the opposite defense. But you and I had a nice little chat with one of these guys in this game, and they did say, look, I'm always competing against the opposite quarterback. If I play better than he does, I think my team has an advantage.
Makes the handshake afterwards a little sweeter, too. Set to return, this is Jeff Janis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers bringing out the offense here. And the Packers' whole season in 2017 obviously went south against the Vikings. Week 6, that was the collarbone injury to Aaron Rodgers. He came back against the Panthers, thought they might recover, couldn't get into the playoffs. It was a strange season in Green Bay, wasn't it?
It certainly was, and now there have been a lot of changes since the season ended in Green Bay, because there will be a new offensive coordinator. There will be a new defensive coordinator. Obviously, there are going to be some new players that are coming in. But as long as Aaron Rodgers is piloting this team, they will remain a contender if he's healthy.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. on second down, Montgomery. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. On play action, it's Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Redskin offense taking the field, and one thing we do know, they'll have an entirely different look come this fall as they picked up Alex Smith from Casey in a surprise trade early in the normal trading window, January 30th, Charles, to be exact. What will Alex Smith bring to this offense?
A guy who takes care of the football, and we use that phrase all the time, but let's not be trite about it. He also produces. 2017, pushed the ball downfield, got some big plays on the perimeter, and had a touchdown to interception ratio of 26-5. When you have a quarterback like that, you're going to be in just about every game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Clay Matthews. From his outside linebacker spot, he comes up to drop him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Play fake. Cousins. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
Jordan Reed is one of the best route-running tight ends in the NFL, and it shouldn't be an accident because at one point he was a college quarterback. So at times when he runs routes downfield, I think he's doing it with quarterback eyes and almost in a sense is imagining himself catching a pass from himself.
Third and long for Cousins. It's brought in by Doxson. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd down now following the run. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is brought in by Pryor. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
For the Green Bay Packers, they're coming off a 7-9 season as their offense makes their way back onto the field. But with that 7-9 season, Charles, I saw their string of 8 straight playoff appearances come to an end. It was just weird not to have Green Bay in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, you kept searching for them, didn't you? You kept looking down the list. When does Green Bay play in the playoffs? Because you're so used to it. But with the injury to Aaron Rodgers that knocked him out for so long, the offense really struggled. Finished 26th in the league in total offense. In a lot of ways, remarkable they finished 7-9.
Yeah, and Brett Hundley came in, tried to do his thing. I don't think it was much of an indictment on the play of Hundley, as it made me appreciate Aaron Rodgers more.
I think we all did, and I do believe that the head coach, Mike McCarthy, was trying to fashion offense and also take care of Brett Hundley in the beginning, and that made things easier for opposing defenses. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. A give. This is Kelly. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. On play action, Cousins. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Kelly to try to punch it in. Oh, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Rob Kelly taking it in from a yard out. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Rob Kelly finished it all off with a touchdown run. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Getting all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
319. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. On On second down, here's Rodgers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we hit the end of quarter one. It's a close game here early on. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. They'll go again with Kelly. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Grant. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Play action now. Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kenny Clark breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll hand it off to Kelly. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
First down, here's Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 13-yard line.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So on 4th down, Cousins will head to the sideline and give way to Dustin Hopkins. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out comes Ty Montgomery and the rest of his offensive mates to take over. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, 48 yards. And the Packers are back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On the run, it's Kelly. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Draw play, Rodgers to Montgomery. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley in our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On now is the Packers punter, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So Washington coming out for their next drive on offense. You look back, Charles, in 2017, 7-9 for the Redskins, 3rd place in the NFCs, and missed the playoffs for the 4th time in the last 5 years.
Yeah, they've been just good enough to be in the hunt, but rarely have they gotten over the top, as you noted, missed the playoffs 4 out of the last 5 years. Offensively, in 2017, their offensive line was a mess. I mean, they were playing guys out of position, third-string guys up from the practice squad, just trying to find some type of continuity that just wasn't there. But flip it over to the defensive side of the ball. Dead last in the NFL in rush defense. I know we pitch it around like crazy in today's NFL, but you've got to stop the run first, and Washington really struggled in that area.
Yeah, over 134 yards a game against them. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second down following the incompletion. To throw, Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A first down throw for Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Cousins now on second down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Redskins are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Packers just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Redskins with possession early in the first. Cousins on target to Josh Dotson, and he'll end up at their own 35-yard line before being tackled. Offense out now following the INT. Kelly's going to duck out to the left, and this two-play drive goes for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. About halfway through the second quarter, Rodgers going to find his mark, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 48-yard line. Later on the drive, the pass will be completed into coverage, and he'll go in for the score. Now trailing by just 3. Redskins with the ball late in the half. Cousins on point with the throw, and he'll be tackled at the 36-yard line. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get back up to our nation's capital as we rejoin Brandon Guy.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. This is Kelly, and an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Cousins now from the 50. Out to the left here to Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They run with it. It's Kellen, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins to throw it. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, Rodgers. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
throwing the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Montgomery. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And on 2nd and 10 now. Now Rodgers going to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This one taken from the 7. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Running right with Kelly. And he's got room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They go play action. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Second down, Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. A deep ball for Dotson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devon House.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. To throw again. Rodgers over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught by Montgomery. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Rodgers again now. Caught left side by Cobb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was all capped on the touchdown run by Ty Montgomery. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Off the play fake, Cousins. Trying to lay one up deep. The swing pass caught. That goes for a gain of 31. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. And he'll give it here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terrell Pryor from 6 yards away. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rodgers now on first down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Kelly tries the right side, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one, because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Thompson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Tressway now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The Packers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. And some room to roam now. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. So there's the spike as it comes with 23 seconds to go. The Packers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Rodgers to throw. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Rodgers. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the